Hi guys, Jess here. Sorry it has been so long since my last video. I have been quite busy now that I've returned to work and with little man getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I apologise that I have been a little bit behind the times. Hopefully these next 3 videos that I've got coming up will give you a little bit of something to check out that I've been up to that's a little bit different to Katie. As you can see here, I've just got some Hardy Shine that I am using the packaging technique with. I didn't put any gesso or anything underneath the page because I knew I wasn't going to use a huge amount of the Hardy Shine, so I didn't think it would cause the paper to warp or anything too much. And I'm just patting it off to sort of lighten the colour and make it quicker to dry using just a serviette. So far I've used the coral, the teal, and I'm just getting a little bit of gold. So this collection that I'm using is the August Kitaholics Kit. I'm just about done with all of the supplies. I've got 2 layouts left to do. So this one and then another video that I've got coming up for you. And then that will use up pretty much everything in the collection. So this one here that I'm doing now is the last one that I do. I'm not actually doing these videos in order. And it is using this gorgeous photo of my husband and my son, and I've just matted it on just a plain white paper. And I'm just getting at all the last little bits of the collection that I have just to see how much of it I can squeeze out to use, and just all the scrap bits of paper that are left. These are pretty much ready to go into the scrap bin, but I just thought I'd see what I could manage to drag out. And if and when you watch my other video, you'll understand why there's so many sort of rectangle type pieces. And I didn't really have a huge amount of ideas of what I could do with these. I've done a layout similar to this before, so I just thought I'd lay them all along, sharing all the paper out, and see how much, if I could manage to make it stretch all the way across along the page. I thought I could, and just see if that looked like something I'd like to keep. And I was pretty happy with how that looked, and I thought it used up a fair amount of the scrap bits of paper there. In fact, pretty much all of the scrap bits of paper there. And then I had a little bit of trouble deciding on where to put the photo because it was going to cover up all of the Hardy Shine I'd put underneath and then all of the strips. So I tried moving all the strips to the other side, and as you can see I tried turning the paper around, but I didn't really like it when I put the strips on the other side because I thought the Hardy Shine looked quite random to have it all just out in the open there on that side. So I went with my original idea of having them on top of the Hardy Shine and then just placing the photo so it didn't cover too much of the edge there. I kind of think of the edge along there as like an old fence. I have no idea why. It's not, a nice gorgeous picket fence or anything like that, but just an old higgledy-piggledy fence, which has nothing to do with the photograph, but it's just, I don't know what my mind thinks of when I do that. So yes, I then line all these back up exactly how I would like them and then get busy sticking them down. And I don't leave you here to watch all the sticking down because that would drive you bonkers. So once I've glued them all down, I then have a play with the different embellishments and how I'd like these embellishments to go down. I know that this is all that I've got left of the embellishments, so I really, just for myself, I really want to use them all and try and kill this kit by using up every last little scrap of supplies that I have for absolutely no reason whatsoever, that just it'll make me feel happy to know that I've really got the most out of this kit. I think I end up making 2 pocket pages and about 5 or 6 layouts with this kit. And for those of you that are Kitaholics Kit people, all I got was the main kit. I didn't get any add-ons or anything like that, so I was quite happy with the amount I was able to do using the kit. It's the first kit I've killed, and I've been getting the kit since July, so it's taken me a while, 9 or 10 months, but we've got there in the end. Anywho, so yeah, I'm just playing around. I get to the last couple of bits of embellishment and I'm not really sure how to use them or where to put them. So I just think I'll stop and I'll start sticking down what I already have and what I like and see if some more inspiration comes to me after that. So this picture is of, as I said, my son and my husband, and we're getting ready to go to what's called like it's called a strawberry fete. Not really sure why it's called the Strawberry Fete. There is a van that sells crepes with strawberries, but it's at a church, and my sister's band was playing, so we thought we'd go and check it out and listen to the music, because little man just loves the songs and the music, and he loves seeing his Auntie Katie. And we didn't even have any crepes and strawberries, but there's like a rummage sale and a bookshop and just normal sort of trash and treasure type things that churches like to do to raise a little bit of money. And my husband got little man dressed for the day, and as you can see, they look quite similar in their checkered shirts, and he even gave little man a comb over or a side part so he could match his daddy. So I decided when I was coming up with a heading for this one that I wanted something to do with twins, because they were super cute and they looked super cute. And so you'll see in a moment when I get out the figures that I had a little bit of trouble making my heading, but it was totally worth it in the end. So back to what I'm up to now. I am sticking, as I said before, sticking down the embellishments that I already knew about where I wanted them to go. And now I am in the process of just gluing on the strips. And I do this the longest way possible because I don't want to lose the order that I've got them in and the way I've got them laid down. So I kind of glue them on not very securely so that they're there, and then I like flick underneath them and glue them down again. It was a little bit crazy, so I got rid of most of that so you didn't have to see it. And not much else to tell you really. I'm just fiddling away making this layout. This one really didn't take me long. It probably took maybe 45 minutes, maybe, and it's usually interrupted because, the hubby comes in and he wants something, or I go and get a drink, or I put the washing on, or what have you. I've been out of the flow for quite a long time, and this is the third one I've done in a row in the last 2 days. So I've done 3 layouts in 2 days, which is like amazing for me because I just had about a 3-month break. And the first one I did, when you're trying to get your mojo back and sort of get back into it, took me an hour and a half to do my first layout. And then this one took, about 45 minutes. I was quite happy with that. But yeah, so sticking all these on, and I still have these last couple that I'm determined to use them, to use up this kit, but I just don't know where to put them or how to put them down. They look like I'm just shoving them on for the sake of it, which I don't like. So, as I was mentioning before, I'll trim the edges first, to make that all nice and straight and clean and beautiful. I keep some eucalyptus oil on my desk to just slide across my scissors if they get a bit sticky and won't cut very well, which happens because I like to trim my double-sided tape. So here are the thickers that I am determined to use, and as you can see, I don't really have the correct letters to write the word twins. And just to make it even harder for myself, I decided to be cute and come up with a made-up word and write Twinsies, because my hubby was walking past and he said that's what he would like the heading to be, Twinsies. So you can see I had to play with how you might spell it because it's not a real English word, and went with the IES. And I am looking at the different letters that I have to see what I don't need to sort of doctor and what I do need to doctor. And I don't have a huge amount. Doctoring an N is going to be fun, and an I and a T. So I get out my cutting board and my Stanley knife and I go to town, and I start off with the H to turn into an N, and you can sort of see how I'm doing this. I often do doctor letters because I don't like to waste the thickers, and I know when you run out of vowels that often happens. Here I'm just having a play with what words I can make using the letters I've already got, so I won't use up, because that says good boy, and I could possibly use the word good boy on a layout with my son. So I'm like, okay, well, I won't use the Y or the B or the D or what have you to doctor up these other words or other letters that I'm trying to make, because they might make a good word later. So I usually start with letters like your X's and your Z's and things that I won't really need or use to sort of cut apart to make up my words or my letters. And numbers, I don't use the numbers very often. Now that I'm getting back into weekly project life, I probably will want the numbers, because I'll do the, week 1, week 2, week 3, what have you, and I'll have no numbers left because I use them all to doctor, so it's a bit of a lose-lose, but yeah. So you can see there's the N that I made using the H, and I've jumped to being finished, so there are my other letters that I made up, and I'm just deciding where I'm going to put those, and I use the little plastic envelope that I set them out on as like a T ruler. I line up the edge of it so that it's straight, and then I know that the letters will be going on straight, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist in how I would like them to sit, because I want them as straight as possible. And I just started with the last letter just to make sure that they didn't come over too far. I wanted it quite close and snug to the left-hand side. For a little panic there, I thought maybe I was getting too close, but I had checked. But no, it turned out fine, not a problem, because I wanted it nice, close and snug over to the left, so that was perfect. Because I'd pushed them down quite hard, and I didn't want to try and force them up and tear the page, so I was happy with that. And now back to trying to put these last 3 stickers on. Twinsies together forever, I thought worked kind of well in the end. Didn't mean to, but that was good. So I've popped those 2 on, and I'm just about done now. Just going to get a few of the little rhinestones that came in the kit and put those around. I start off just putting singles, which is quite cute, and maybe I should have left it like that, but I'm a bit of a enamel dot addict, so then I went to a doubles, and then inevitably I go to triples, because I just love little clusters and I just love rhinestones, and I don't think you can ever have too many, and I'm a bit crazy like that. So yeah, pretty much finished, pretty much done here. I've got a few close-ups coming up for you. I apologise for the shadow and stuff, probably should have said that earlier. My desk isn't in the best position for recording, and I don't really have the proper light setup that some of the people do, but yeah. So hopefully you like that. If you look there at the Twinsies, you can't really notice the way I've doctored the letters, so I'm really happy about that. And have a great day, guys, and stay tuned, because as I said, I've got 2 more videos coming up, so please like and subscribe and check those out. Thanks, guys. Until next time. Bye.